So again, good evening, and thank you for joining us for this brief member information and 2020 legislative session live presentation and member listening session. Our hope is that you will get a little bit more information about the Idaho Public Employees Association and take this time to engage with us on potential focus issues for this legislative session. So to start things off, I'd like to welcome some of our board members to the presentation. Julie Caldwell, the IPEA board president, Jim Kelly, the IPEA treasurer, and Vicki Farrar, our secretary. They will be on the chat section of our presentation and can answer historical questions about the organization if needed. And I am Brandy Sillover, the Executive Director of the Idaho Public Employees Association. I'm thrilled to be working with the organization and looking forward to the upcoming 2020 legislative session. After the presentation, but before December 27th, please consider completing the short survey that we have embedded in the comments of this live presentation. And it's also pinned to the top of the Facebook page. You're also welcome to contact myself at brandysellover@ipeaonline.org with any further comments or questions after the presentation. So let's get started. The Idaho Public Employees Association, or IPEA, is a nonprofit membership-driven organization representing active and retired members from all departments of state government and local governmental and public education entities in the state of Idaho. IPEA advocates for public employee member rights, benefits, incentives, and dignity in their respective workplaces, as well as retired public employees' benefits and rights. Additionally, IPEA provides a strong, balanced voice in the Idaho legislature, really to enhance and protect the rights and policies and benefits of our members. And as additional benefits, the IPEA provides supplemental resources and benefits for its members to support its broader purpose. The Idaho Public Employees Association was founded in 1959. The organization is responsible for bringing the Public Employees Retirement System of Idaho, or PERSI, to state, local, and educational entity employees. And we continue to advocate for active and retired members from all public employees through individual organizations and through relationship-centered approaches and lobbying efforts at the Idaho legislature. And so because the IPEA is a membership-driven organization, our leadership consists of the same people. The General Council is the supreme and continuing governing body of the association. That's the general membership. And this is limited to members of the association as determined at the annual association meeting that we call General Assembly. And it consists of delegates from the districts, officers of the association, and some members of the outgoing board. All of our board of directors are either current public employees or retired from public service. And myself, Brandy Sillover, am a former police officer and detective for the Nampa Police Department, having retired from duty in 2011 to pursue higher education and continued community service. Additionally, we have 7 districts within the state of Idaho who have district director positions assigned to assist members. They also are assigned to handle firsthand approaches with initial grievance reports for members and for general membership and benefit activities. They also can conduct presentations and answer questions beyond the staff that is housed here in Boise. We do have a few district director positions open, in the state, and I would be glad to answer questions for you if you feel like you would like to be part of the IPEA leadership portion of the organization and serve as a district director. Please contact me. I would love to hear from you. Those district directors also coordinate district-wide events and meetings and attend local issue events to better support our membership. Okay, so moving on. Per our Constitution, we have 4 membership levels. They're the standard or employed memberships. Those are the active employees of public entities. And that membership is noted again as the standard membership. That's $240 a year and can be paid in monthly increments or biannual increments. We can accommodate that. The retiree membership and honorary and supporting members each have monthly or annual membership dues. The retiree membership, due is $120 a year, or can be taken care of biannually or monthly. If you, I would definitely invite you to go to our website at ipeaonline.org and click on the Join Now link to set up a reoccurring monthly membership auto deduction or pay the annual membership fee there too. Active and retiree memberships include all the membership benefits that I'll discuss on the next slide, and the supporting and honorary memberships include our newsletter, access to the group insurance benefits, as well as invitations to special IPEA events. And I'd be happy to answer more questions for you about membership benefits, etc. If you'd like to get a hold of me, you can email me or call me. So to discuss a bit about what it means to be a full member or an active employed member or retiree with the Idaho Public Employees Association, we hold an annual membership conference that I mentioned a bit earlier called the General Assembly each spring, and this is a time when whereby members of the association attend to participate in ongoing capacity building workshops, and whereby district delegates, directors, officers of the association, and some members of the outgoing board take relevant and appropriate votes on association organizational issues that are at hand. And the association provides strategies to protect, negotiate, and advocate for members' rights in their workplace and in retirement. Additional member benefits include that strong and balanced voice with lobbying efforts and relationship building in the Idaho legislature to further enhance member rights, policies, and benefits. And the IPEA provides direct representation and advocacy in negotiation sort of circumstances for legislative and administrative action in matters of compensation, benefits, and working conditions. So those in particular are either individual or group matters at your particular organization or entity, or even across the board statewide, in which we engage with folks from those entities' leadership or other aspects to help negotiate or work out administrative action issues that you may be having within your workplace. So this also, our full membership benefits also include a one legal consultation per grievance with an attorney who specializes in labor issues. And this is at no cost to the active member. The attorney is based here in Boise, so for folks who are outside of the Boise or Treasure Valley area, they handle phone conference consultations and can also do Skype and other forms of consultation. And then you, of course, can make the decision whether to continue forward with any legal action at that time. Also, we have endorsed group insurance benefits for active and retired members, as well as an automatically included accidental death benefit when you become a member. And finally, we provide ongoing updates, technical assistance, and various resources through the year through our IPEA newsletter, the website, social media, and more. Okay, so here are just some of the group insurance benefits through EJS Insurance Services. These include significant discounts to our members, such as the emergency assistance while traveling plans. That's 30% discount for members. The long-term care offers a 5% discount to members. And if anybody's ever dealt with or needed to engage with long-term care for their loved ones or themselves, they know that that can be pretty spendy, and even a 5% discount is definitely helpful. There's pet insurance that includes, preventative and incidents for those pet family members. There's dental, vision, and hearing discount plan, PPO and discount plans, as well as Medicare supplement and advantage programs. Go to our website and click on the benefits link to find out a little bit more information, or I would be contact staff at IPEA, and I'd be happy to put you in contact with EJS Insurance Services for more information. Okay, and as we move into a brief discussion about the legislative focus areas for 2020, I just wanted to take a brief or just a short period of time to remind you of the 2019 legislative session, and just give you a little recap. Just want to highlight two major items. The State Employee Group Insurance and Benefits Committee recommended that there be requests for proposals sent out to explore different options for providing medical insurance to state employees. So this will be a topic we continue to be engaged with in the upcoming 2020 session. And the Change in Employee Compensation, or the CEC committee, recommended a 3% salary structure increase for state employees, as well as 2% merit pay increase for state employees, with a $550 increase for full-time employees. Again, the medical benefits were to remain funded through fiscal year 2019 with no change, and PERSI was to be evaluated on impacts of contribution increases relative to benefits paid. That is definitely another issue that we'll be tracking. So, moving along to discuss or chat about the 2020 focus issues. As a brief snapshot, I'd like to just take a moment and discuss 4 key areas that staff with IPEA has been tracking and we know is coming up starting January 6th for the legislative legislative session. These are 4 key areas that we'll be focusing on. However, we also understand that it is so important for us to remain flexible and move in the direction of our organizational mission and the ever-changing needs of our members. And we would encourage feedback and questions from our members. Please consider commenting in the comments section of this presentation, completing the survey that's pinned to the Facebook page, or contacting us at Idaho Public Employees Association by emailing me at brandysellover@ipeaonline.org. So with the on-deck state budget cuts that are recommended by the governor's office for for FY 2020 and FY 2021, not to mention the trend being followed by so many other public employee entities. The reorganization and spending resets place public employee jobs and benefits at risk. There's no other way to say that. It is the IPEA's focus to develop a model plan and policy to distribute to relevant entities and the legislature as an approved reorganization strategy proposal that seeks to minimize and protect public employees. As part of this model plan, it's our intention to recommend that in cases of reorganization and spending resets, that contract modifications with reorganization companies and outsourcing entities be imposed with the composition of the workforce, and that change in public employment and benefits only occurs as change occurs. And that should be a policy by that is enforced to avoid further disruption and disruption of so many employees as much as possible for current folks, so as to avoid loss of or negative change in jobs or benefits or working conditions. We'll be working with state and local employee members and retirees in focus groups and with a community-centered approach to organization and development of this model plan. So secondly, as a matter of practice, IPEA staff will always approach issues in a democratic fashion for the majority and in a nonpartisan way. At the same time, we understand that matters of diversity, inclusion, and equity in public service is vital to ensure all employees have dignity they deserve, as well as the resources, environments, the pay, and the benefits to support this premise. Although we're not pursuing a specific policy with regards to diversity, inclusion, and equity, we will approach our advocacy and representation in the Idaho legislature with this lens to better serve all of our member constituents. So our third specific focus area pertains to the advocacy and protection of retirement and pension benefits, specifically regarding the Public Employee Retirement System of Idaho, or PERSI. As per the CEC committee in 2019, PERSI is to be evaluated on the impacts of contribution increases relative to benefits paid. Evaluation by the legislature was recommended and will likely continue to be a target by some lawmakers and policy lobbyists. PERSI does not appear to be impacted by the governor's recent budget reduction memo, since that funding does not come from the state general fund. And PERSI assets increased $1 billion over the last fiscal year, according to Don Drum, who's the PERSI executive director. However, PERSI remains a continued target, like I mentioned, for reduction from some lawmakers and policy lobbyists who have the perspective that benefits paid outweigh member contributions, and cutting pension contributions could be areas to shrink costs for the state. So, and finally, as mentioned earlier, the State Employee Group Insurance and Benefits Committee recommended that RFPs be sent out to explore new options for providing medical insurance to state employees. So we will remain engaged with this issue and lobby for the protection of health coverage for public employees. Finally, thank you for joining the presentation tonight. We welcome your feedback and questions, and again, please take a moment to complete the survey. The link is pinned to the Facebook page, and it's also on this slide. And we have included it in the comments for the presentation. You're also welcome to contact the IPEA at 336-2841, or email me at brandysellover@ipeaonline.org, and visit our website for more information. We'll take a few minutes to stay live for a brief time to answer any questions tonight, but if you are watching the recording of this presentation, please feel free to comment or email us for further. Again, thank you so much, and I look forward to working with you.